All right, I promised you a VIP guest, Rolling Freedom Motorcycles. Thank you for coming in, taking
Thanks
the
for
time.
having me. Thanks for having me.
So talk about a unique way to see Lake Tahoe, right? From a bike.
Yeah, so, people come here and, we're basically selling that experience open air. We've got slingshots, motorcycles, e-bikes. E-bikes and slingshots, you do not need to have a motorcycle license to rent and ride. But really just, we're selling freedom and good times.
Sure.
With the bikes and, people can come out here, maybe they can ride something that's not in their garage at home or, in a lot of cases we have a street glide, a road glide, some other bikes for people that maybe can't handle the larger bikes.
Yeah.
As far as the e-bikes go, we're in a great location. A lot of times we'll send people out in the evening to go over to Round Hill Pines Beach, which, as you know, they have like a little cheeky bar over there and whatnot, so they can grab a drink and do whatever from there. But yeah, the great trail network over there. The slingshots are something else. If you haven't done it, that open air experience, being able to cruise around the lake. We will provide you with maps, especially for the slingshot, places to stop, take pictures. So we try to outline it for people and give them that open air experience.
So you take some steps to make it safe, right?
Absolutely. So when somebody comes in, we go through a process. We make sure that they know what all the controls are for the motorcycle, make sure they feel comfortable. And then, of course, whether it's the e-bike or motorcycles, we have all the safety gear and stuff like that as well. So.
Lake Tahoe's a worldwide destination. We get visitors from all over the globe. What are some of the reactions you get from people, first time out?
Roll Tahoe on Instagram. You can see a lot of people ranting and raving, a lot of smiles, giggles. A lot of selfies with the slingshots.
Yeah.
We get people that'll stop by the shop and ask if they can take pictures in the slingshot or with the slingshot. So,
right.
But another note, we have a four-seater. We have a four-seater slingshot as well that there's probably a handful of them in the whole world.
Yeah.
And I call it the roller coaster because it looks like a roller coaster as it sits there with the 4 seats. But that's a super unique experience. And, most slingshots, you're rolling with 2 people. In the four-seater, you can go 4. And people seem to enjoy that quite a bit.
So my mom was a military veteran, rode a Harley for 30 plus years, but gave it up recently. You think I'd get her out on a slingshot?
I would.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah, absolutely. And do you think she could drive it? Because that's
she's got a motorcycle license.
Yeah.
So
and you don't need a motorcycle license for the slingshot. Helmets have been in debate. Nevada is okay without you wearing a helmet, and California wants you to wear a helmet. So.
Yeah, I don't think my mom would go anywhere. She'd take my head off if I got one of those slingshots without a helmet. So
I've done a lot of riding in Minnesota, and you don't require a helmet. Yeah. For some reason, I've done a lot of riding without a helmet.
So Maine, same way, where I grew up, right? They have these wonderful things called June bugs.
Okay.
You ever get a June bug hit in the head?
Yes.
At 60 miles an hour?
Yeah. I've had some haymakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recently had one, no windshield and no face shield, and the car in front of me kept swerving off the road, giving me the rock shower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you located, hours of operation, and on warm days like we're going to have here over the next couple of days, do you need to maybe reserve something in advance?
Yeah, I'd definitely recommend just going online. If you're not computer savvy, you can obviously call the shop and they'll handle it for you. Some of the bagger motorcycles are in high demand. So, if you're looking to come out on a trip in the future and you want one, I'd reserve it as soon as possible and to make sure it's there. We are located next to Dart Liquor on Highway 50. I believe it's 152 Highway 50. Right next to Dart. We have parking behind the building. We have parking across the street. If you're a large group, we'll probably help you shuttle or get the cars across the street. There's covered parking, which is kind of nice. But yeah, hours, we usually 8 to 5. If somebody rents e-bikes and they want to go do sunset at Round Hill Pines or something like that, we have a drop box. We'll either have you leave the bike or someone will meet you there and collect the keys and do what we need to do there. So.
Well, if you're like me, you got family coming into town, make sure you get them out on the roadways in and around Lake Tahoe. It's a unique way to see Lake Tahoe. So located right here on the South Shore.